So here we have a new function, g of x equals negative x squared, plus 4x. We want to determine g of x minus 1. Well, we're going to do this just like we did the last ones. Everywhere there's an x, we're going to turn it into an x minus 1. So right here there's an x, and right here there's an x. So within those red parentheses, we're going to turn that into an x minus 1. So every time I'm supposed to write this down, so every time I'm going to write this g of x minus 1 equals, I've got a negative 6 in the function. That x becomes an x minus 1. Okay, but there's a squared, so you still square it, plus 4, and then inside that red parentheses it's going to turn into an x minus 1. And then we just have to simplify it. So if I work through here and simplify this, we have to square this first. I've got a video that tells you how to do this really quickly. It'll be x squared minus 2x plus 1. It's a shortcut. You can follow the link if you want to know the shortcut. I'll do it the long way. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and distribute this 4. So 4x minus 4. Alright. Now we distribute the x, and we get x squared minus 1x minus 1x plus 1 plus 4x minus 4. If you noticed, I kept that in parentheses because it's negative 6 times this quantity. So negative 6 gets distributed the whole way through that. So I keep a parentheses around that. Alright, now that would go together and make a negative 2x, right? So I'm going to distribute my negative 6 to all three pieces. Alright, so negative 6 times this guy is a negative 6x squared. Negative 6 times negative 2 is a positive 12x. Negative 6 times 1 is a negative 6. We still get this out here. Now we just want to prettify it. Basically combine like terms. Make it pretty. So this guy's alone. You got a 12x and a 4x makes 16x. And then negative 6 and a negative 4 makes negative 2. And that's all. That's the like terms that you can get together. So g of x minus 1 is negative 6x squared plus 16x minus 10. Alright, let's kick it up another notch. Here we're given a function g of x equals negative 2x plus 2. We're supposed to determine g of x plus a minus g of x. So I'm going to treat this like two pieces. First, I'm going to find this. I already know what g of x is. It's given to me. Here's g of x. Right? G of x is this. So first off, I'm going to find this piece. And then once I figure out what that is, I'll subtract it away the g of x. Alright, so follow me here. Let's find gx plus a. Everywhere there's an x, it turns into an x plus a. That x turns into an x plus a. Okay. So g of x plus a is equal to, we distribute our negative 2. Okay, and then we get a plus 2 there. So g of x plus a is equal to, well, just that. There's nothing to go together. I'll rewrite it just for fun. Now what is g of x? Well, g of x was given. Negative 2x plus 2. So we're going to subtract the 2 from each other. Alright, this right here is this, right? This guy we need a different color here. This guy is this guy, right? So this part minus this part. This minus this. Alright, so red box was negative 2x minus 2a plus 2. That's g of x plus a minus, I'm going to use a parentheses here because you're subtracting the whole thing, minus g of x, negative 2x plus 2. So there's like a negative 1 sitting right there. There's like a negative 1 sitting there. So if I distribute a negative 1, that becomes a positive 2x, and this becomes a negative 2. Now if I combine like terms, negative 2 and a positive 2 cancels. Positive 2x and a negative 2x cancels. I'm left with 2a. G of x plus a minus g of x is equal to negative 2a.